Congratulations, first of all. I think you know what I'm about to say, but congratulations on the second year in a row, Best Canadian Act EMA. I mean, that doesn't happen. That's not like a regular thing. It's not like a normal thing. How do you feel about that recognition?
I'm so happy. I'm so gassed up. The last like 3 days I've just been like off the walls. Um, it's crazy. I remember when I was nominated the first time last year. I was nominated. I remember waking up and my mom telling me that and just like losing my mind because I was nominated against like Shawn Mendes and just like literally my idols. So I mean to win it twice is just it's beyond my wildest dreams. It's crazy.
It's amazing. What do you think it is about the music in Canada? I mean, we've seen so many of the biggest pop stars on the planet emerge out of Canada in the last 5 to 10 years. What is brewing in that little world of yours up there north of America at the moment?
I think the reason why so many people have kind of exploded and come out of Canada in the last few years is just because we're finally. I feel like this is gonna be controversial, but I feel like Drake and those that generation of guys kind of open the door for the rest of us, as well as social media. So now that there's a couple ins into the music industry, whereas before it was just like oh Canada, like whatever. It was all about LA, New York, Houston, whatever. Um, I feel like Toronto and Vancouver have a presence in the music industry now, and that helps a lot for sure.
It's a good thing to have, and I think the more countries that can put their footstep onto the musical landscape, the better. I want to talk about the EP in just a tick, but I also want to dive back into kind of how everything started for you and how you became a so-called viral sensation. I know it's about more than that, but it did all start on the internet for you, and it did start, in a massive way on Musically and then into TikTok. Tell me about those early days of putting videos up and starting that musical journey online.
Yeah, so I actually started on YouTube when I was 8 years old. In those early days, that's pretty much all it was. I was just posting videos and doing it with my sister, and it was just for fun. I didn't really know what was going on or like the implications of what I was doing or what could happen until I was probably like 12 or 13 when I moved to LA. I was like, oh, this could actually be like a job, like a career. Um, It's weird. May as well stick with it. And I feel I didn't really fully love doing music until the last like couple of years, and that's kind of when I got more creative control and I actually had things to talk about. Um, but yeah, in those early days, it was just covers, originals that my sister wrote, and that's pretty much it.
It's a good way to learn what connects with people, though, what kind of lyrics, what kind of themes. And did you find it was just like, in the early days of writing your own stuff, did you find that it was just being honest and being yourself that connected with people the most?
I feel like in those super early days, the the approach was just to be really super energetic and super fun because I was
Yeah.
also really, um, but also that kind of music is just it's easier to write. Kids music is not very difficult. So my sister and I, when we were like working on those songs back in the day, it was just super like lighthearted and fun. But I little did I know I was honing my skills, I guess, for the more complicated, deeper stuff as I get older.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're going to be 18 in a couple of months. So you're grown up now, and you've got more to talk about. You've had more experiences, and they all come into this EP called "It's Never Really Over." Why is the EP called that?
So the name of the EP is a question to myself.
Okay.
Uh, it's never really over, and I'm referring to just my development as a person. Because when I was 16, when I released Teenage Fever, my first EP, um, I thought that that was like the end of me. Like I just was finished. Develop every 16-year-old is like, oh, I know it all now. I have it all figured out, but I didn't. And as I've gotten older in the last year and a half, a lot has changed very quickly in my personal life, especially. So um, this EP is, I think of it as kind of like the byproduct of those months of uncertainty and pain and whatever else. And that title is just me asking myself, or rather telling myself, that's not over.
Is that your dog barking in the background?
It is, yeah. Can
I
you
love
hear
it.
him?
Yeah, it's cute. Who is your dog? Tell me about your dog.
And I have two. That one's Leo. I can tell because it's barking boy. Um, I have two, Bentley and Leo.
Shout out to Bentley and Leo. We love you. We bless you. Dude, that's a really cool thing to be able to know at 17 that you never stop learning and you never stop growing. I feel like I'm 25 and I feel like I only realized that in like the last year that life doesn't peak at like, you may have a really great moment, an exciting moment like putting out a record, but when you realize life doesn't peak at that and that there will be more peaks that come along the way and more downs as well, that's a really powerful thing to unlock. Do you feel like you've kind of like unlocked the rest of your life and you've unlocked the key to kind of being an artist for the rest of your life now?
Like, I think so, but I'm so wrong. I just know that I'm wrong
That's
because
good.
last time too, like, no matter how many times I tell myself it's never really over, you're gonna change again. You're gonna be
Yeah.
different. You're gonna look back and think you were dumb right now. Um, my dog, man.
It's all right. No, it's only like
I
vaguely in the distance, but I was like, if I put this up, the fans are going to go, oh my God, the dog's in the background, the dog's in the background. And I was like,
yeah. So like, no matter how many times I go through the cycle of like, oh, I think I know what's going on now, and then just having that thought just be demolished and then learning all over again. Um, I kind of realized that I don't think, like, my dad doesn't even know what's going on. Like, I asked him that. I'm like, did you ever really have it figured out? Do you have it figured out? And he's like, absolutely not. I still have no idea what I'm doing. So, who knows, man?
oh, it's a powerful thing to know, dude. I think it's going to really help for the rest of your life. One last very specific question. There is a song on this record called Adelaide, and Adelaide is a city in Australia. And I know you knew this was coming. Why is the goddamn thing called Adelaide?
Basically, um, originally it was going to be like Caroline.
Okay.
I knew that I wanted it to be a girl's name.
Yeah.
I was like, Caroline, something, whatever.
As long as it's 3 syllables, it's okay.
I literally searched 3-syllable female names, and it took me to a baby name website. I saw Adelaide. I was like, oh, sick. Let me just choose that because it worked.
Yeah.
That's all the story. And then I realized that it was like Adelaide.
There you go. Well, now it's going to have a special resonance in our country. We're going to be able to have you over. We're going to like you over here because we pretend that you wrote it about the city. It's a love letter to the city, right?
That actually is so funny right before I'm getting Adelaide.
Well, honestly, we'd love to have you over. I mean, maybe in 2024, when we don't know at the moment. Dude, EP's phenomenal. Well done on it. It's a great record, man.
Thank you. I got a new haircut. See?
It's cool. It's really good.
It's a big debut right now.
Yeah, this is sick. I feel lucky. I get the haircut reveal. I like this kind of like part down the middle thing. Hey, like,
Yeah, that's my new flow.
yeah,
I like the middle part.
that's bomb, man. It looks really good. Good job. Now the hat goes straight back on, so no one ever saw it. Thanks so much for the chat today, dude. It's really nice to connect, and I can't wait to keep doing so.
Thanks, man. Nice to meet you.